Hello friends, welcome to our channel Tech Solution Gaming. Today we are talking about the fiber internet communication, how light travels the data. Because in fiber optic cables, the light travels by the diode and how the light carry the data, how it's communicating between the endpoint to the endpoint. So this is the basic fundamental and the principle we are talking about in this video. So first of all, we have talking about the total internal reflection. What is total internal reflection? Let's start. So this is the example of the total internal reflection which is used in the fiber optic cables, how the data transmission by the light. So here the light is coming in this tube and reflected from here to here, here to here, and here to here. So this is the zigzag mechanism in the fiber optic cables and core. The light travels in the zigzag form in the core. And here this is example, we take in a bucket water with the propylene glycol and air. So here what was happening here, the light beam, we put a light beam on that side and the data transmit in light from here to here. This is the mechanism, the total internal reflection basically. So we will explain in the next slide what is this. So reflection and refraction. What is reflection and refraction? Here we take a glass and the incident ray means the light hit on the glass, and this is the reflected beam, means it's reflected by the glass, and this is the refracted which is passes through the glass. So here the mechanism is reflected. This total internal reflection mechanism is on the fiber optic core. So this is the mechanism of reflection and refraction of the top view. The light hit the glass and reflected here, and again reflected and again reflected. This is the mechanism of the core. Same here, and there is the critical angle. The lights hit the glass and reflected here, and this is the angle between the core, middle of the core. Okay, so here this is the critical angle in this, and this is we use in the experiment. Critical angle. This is the optical fiber which is made up of ultra pure glass silicon dioxide. The inner surface of the glass or the core is made up of silicon dioxide, and outer surface is cladding lower index of the refraction than core. Okay, so this is the mechanism of the optical fiber, and here's the light travel like this, zigzag way, all the fiber starting point to the end point, and the data transmitted. And this is the perform glass core cladding. Okay, this is the man in between the Atlantic Ocean from United States to the Europe. The fiber optic cable ftth is established and goes from New Jersey to Weidmount benchmark in the France and the United Kingdom. So this is the cable goes from ocean which transmit the data in seconds, because light speed is very much. Okay, so here the ftth cable. In ftth cable, the steel wire for the supporting the fiber optic fiber cables, which is the main cables in this which transmitting the data. These are the supporting cable, the steel strands, copper tubing. These are the supporting strands which supports the cable underground the water, because we have to save this optical fiber which is the thinnest fibers, thinnest from our hairs also. So this is the thinnest fibers cables which we have to protect. So we use these claddings and tubing and strands and steel wires for the supporting for this. And this is the diameter of the fiber cable, and this tube basically the copper tube. So this is the 6 fiber cables, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and this is the diameter, and we can say the circumference 2.6 mm and 1.6 inches is this. Look at the ftth cable. This is the fiber optic cables 1 2 3 4 5 6, and the central steel wire which is protecting and gives the movement and movability to that wire, because the fiber is the thinnest fiber, we can't throw them easily, so we want support. Okay, this is the elastomer, nothing to have there. The steel strands, copper cylinders, this is the full diameters. Now how the data is transmitted by the light, how data is transmitted by the light. So here is the, you can see that this is the light cut, here's the dark light. What is the mechanism here is doing? The diodes, imagine that here is a diode which transmit the beam or light which travels, like when diode on, light goes, when diode off, lights off. here, cut off, light, cut, light, cut, light, cut. This is the mechanism of light, cut, light, cut, light, cut, and on. When lights on, these means 1. In binary form, it is 1. And when lights goes, these 0. 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. And this is forms the binary code, which is start point and goes to the end subscription mode, home, and which transmitted by the software and converted the binary form in the software form, and we can see our videos and internet and browsing, this etc, and communication was established here. This is the form, like light, no light, light, no light. Okay, analog system. Here the 4-digit encoding 16 levels of loudness. Also I'm explaining this. So here this is the 10, 12, 14, 15. Here is the light, no light, light, no light, no light. Here is 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. This is forms, a binary forms, which is gives diodes off, diode on, diodes off, diode ons, diode offs. So the photons of the lights are traveling in the core of the cables, which is fastest. Okay, and this is the mechanisms of pulse mode modulation. Encoding 10, 1010 binary form. This is the binary codes which goes to the subscription end. And this is the main functions, that is a long strand of code which is gives the informations. Okay, and this is the time when 1 hits the fiber cable, blinks. 0, no blinking. 0, no blinking. 1, blinking. 0 will go, no blinking. Okay, so this is the pulse modulation. 0, no blinking. 1 goes blinking. So this is the form. Okay, now here you can see the lights travels, the beams travels in a zigzag form here. Okay, so here you can say there is a darker color intensity of the light and there is a low color intensity. So what is the here? Means the fiber also loses their intensity. So what we do for amplifying them and repeating them? So here we use repeater, which uses the binary form and convert it into the laser form, in a light form. That is, the low intensity beam is taken here and it goes into the repeater and it's converted into the analog or binary form, and it gives again in a beam or light form, and which travels in a core again, and which helps in amplifying the signal and not losing them. And the same function of the amplifier, what do amplifier? Here is the low intensity of the fiber light. Okay, the light travels in the fiber cable in low intensity. When it's come to the amplifier, they direct converted the fiber intensity. They do not change into the binary form or analog form. They direct amplify the fiber light, and lights increases their intensity and goes in the fiber cable. And this is the world map. Here we can see the fibers cables between the continents and countries which is traveling. So we need amplification. Without amplification, how the data transfer from Europe to America? So we need amplifiers to amplify the signal. So they amplifying the signal and goes quickly to one country to another country. Okay, this is the mechanisms. This is the fibers cables. All the broadband service, all the internets now work in the fiber optic cables. Bsnl, ftth, Jio-fibers and L, which providing the fiber communications. In case of traffic, if in case of traffic there is a more traffic on the one line, so there will be a striking one by one and overlapping of the lights. So here there's overlapping and striking one by one. So here is the data loss and communication loss. So what we here do, we increase the diameter of core and we use other line to reduce the traffic in the fiber optic cables. So this is the mechanisms which works. This is the tube. Here you can see going perfectly. If we band this, if we band the cable, the traffic slows. Okay, then it goes slowly and no faster mechanism. It goes slowly and travels slowly and goes. So we band them cables also. Otherwise, if we use a straight cable, the traffic goes fastest. Okay, so we band them a little bit and it goes slowly. So all the photons of the lights travel slowly and no striking and no hitting together. Here this is the photons comes and travels. This is the diodes which gives the signals, gives signals off, give signals off, give signals. So this is from the binary forms. Okay, thank you for watching our video. Like and subscribe if you like the video. I will give the positive energy and makes awesome videos for you. Thank you for watching my video.